Hey everyone, welcome. It's Jen with Sipology. I'm joining you from sunny Shell Lake, Saskatchewan, and I'm here to talk about loose leaf tea blends, specifically for our new Sipology season, which is our spring and summer season. So we're going to talk about some of the blends, what to look for when you're browsing the catalog, and we're going to make up a cup of tea together. So first, let's chat about this catalog. When you're looking for teas specifically in here, what I'm going to suggest you check out is right at the back of the catalog, you are going to find our tea index. And this is the place that's going to give you the best representation of all of the different tea types. It'll tell you whether they're caffeinated or not. We've got black, fruit, green, herbal, oolong, pu'er, rooibos, and white teas. So there's quite a few different blends, and we've got I think there's about 60 different blends here all together. So really something for everybody, depending on what you're looking for. And sprinkled throughout the catalog, you're going to find the pages that showcase a lot of these teas. For example, there is a page in here called Sangria Mixers, and it's a bunch of our fruit tea blends that are excellent for mixing with wines and spirits and making iced teas, cocktails, mocktails, sangrias, that kind of stuff. So there's a really diverse range of different teas and flavors. These are all sold as loose leaf blends. And what I want to show you is my very first Sipology purchase. And this is actually what got me hooked on Sipology and got me drinking tea in the first place. Because believe it or not, when I started my business, this was 6 years ago, I was not even a tea drinker. I had a couple teas in my cupboard that I would drink if I was sick or, on occasion. But I drank a lot of coffee. And so when I saw a steep tea catalog, it was steep tea back then, we weren't Sipology yet, I got really curious, and I loved how I could browse through the catalog and really learn about the different tea varieties. And so the very first thing I purchased was the tea sampler, which we still have today, which makes me so happy. So this is a tea sampler, and it comes with 6 different teas, which you get to choose from a list of, I think it's about 30 of our best sellers. So it's a fantastic thing to try. So you get 25-gram bags. You're gonna get, depending on the tea type, like 5 to 8, maybe even 10 with some of them, cups of tea out of each bag. And hiding in the bottom here, we'll just dig around to find it, you are also going to get 50 steeping sacks. So if you are new to loose leaf tea steeping, then you'll have everything that you need right here in this box. And what I really liked about it was that I could try the different tea varieties. This is where I discovered that I really enjoyed the rooibos, caffeine-free rooibos teas in the evening. They're like a dessert blend. I discovered that I loved the fruit teas as an iced tea and got to play around a bit with some different flavors. And then the bold flavors of black teas and pu'er, which I really enjoyed making into lattes. I got to play around with all that and just get to try a bunch of different ones. So you will find that in the catalog or on the website. And if you're looking for recommendations, reach out to me because I've tried all of them on the list and I can definitely give you some of my own top favorites. Okay, so next we're going to steep up a cup of tea and we are going to make the tea that started it all. Earl Grey de la Creme is the tea that started this company, and it was when our founder, Tanya, she had before she started anything, before the idea was even sparked, she was on vacation and had a cup of loose leaf Earl Grey de la Creme tea. And she said, oh my God, the world needs to know about this tea. And basically it sparked the idea for her business, and that's where Sipology got started. So I'm just trying to decide which mug I'm going to use. I'm going to show you guys a few of our kind of staple pieces of teaware as well, because especially if you're new to loose leaf tea steeping, you want to make sure that you've got a tea steeper. You don't want one of those fiddly balls, what we used to use to make loose leaf teas. They're too fiddly. We've got some great steepers that make it easy and make it quick. So I'm going to use this cup here. This is our BFF mug. This is just a fabulous everyday mug. It's the cup that I drink my coffee out of in the morning, my tea in the afternoon. I just use it all the time. It's my favorite. We have different colors this season. There's a yellow, which is so bright and cheerful. It's on my wish list, and a light cotton candy pink. This one is a little bit of a darker pink. And in this cup, I have one of my favorite infusers. This is the universal infuser, which will fit into just about any mug that you have. It fits our glass bubble cups. This is our glitter cup here. Fits in there. We have a bigger size glass double-walled cup. It fits in there. So it's just a great universal infuser. And I forgot my scoop, so 1 second. The things that I use definitely every day when I make myself a cup of tea is the scoop, that infuser I just showed you, and the tea timer. So we're going to grab the Earl Grey de la Creme tea. These are what the tea bags look like. They're anywhere from 50 to 100 grams depending on the type of tea, because they are sold by weight. And you're gonna get like approximately 20 to 25 cups of tea per bag. So you're getting lots, and some of them you can re-steep the leaves more than once. So that's pretty cool. So let's put our infuser back in the mug. I am going to put a good scoop and just a little bit extra in here. This Earl Grey de la Creme is how you're gonna make a London fog. If you wanna get into making your own lattes at home, this is the tea that you want. And then we're just gonna pour some hot water over those tea leaves, and this is a black tea, so we want to do a 2-minute steep. And this is what I find makes all the difference. If you properly steep your tea, we're gonna set that to black tea. This has all of the different tea types on it, which is fantastic. Never over steep your tea again. With a 2-minute steep on a black tea, it is just perfect. Because to me, there's nothing worse than a cup of bitter tea. And if you oversteep a black tea or a green tea, any of the caffeinated teas, it's gonna get bitter on you, and that is no fun, and it's not good. And then you need to add like sugar or sweetener or something to it so that you can actually drink it. So while that steeps, let me just show you a couple of our other cups and pitchers that I use the most, and they're some of my favorite products. So here is our Prism teapot. This is my favorite. It's glass. It has a nice long infuser that you can remove. So you're going to take your pot scoop, which is bigger than this one. You're gonna put your pot scoop of loose leaf tea in there, cover it with hot water, let it steep for however long it needs to steep for, and then just remove your tea leaves, and there you go. You've got a beautiful pot of tea to share. And the cool thing about this one is it's actually made of borosilicate glass, so you can actually boil your water in it and use it as a kettle on your stovetop, if you so desire. Unless you have induction like I do, it does not work on induction, but it works on gas and it works on electric. So that's probably my favorite teapot that we have right now. And then a couple travel cups that I use every day. This is our tea press, personal tea press. You can sip from this. It is exactly as it sounds. It's just a press. You would put your tea leaves in here, add your hot water, let that steep for 2, 3, 4 minutes, however long, depending on your tea type. Push it down, and you're good to go. It's double walled, so it does keep your tea hot for a long time. Sometimes I have to take the lid off and just let the steam escape for a while so I can actually sip it. But I also use this for making iced teas all the time. Cold steeping iced teas. I put 2 scoops of my favorite fruit tea in here, like strawberry daiquiri or the juicy blackberry, a couple of favorites. There's a watermelon one I love. And then I just add cold water, and I just leave the press up like this, put it in my fridge overnight, and then in the morning, press it down, and it's ready to go. And I have a cup of iced refreshing fruit tea ready to go. So that one I use a lot. And then this one, new for this season, although it has a different colored lid. Okay, let's remove our tea. We don't want to oversteep that. Here we go. Tea's ready. And this is the last one I'm going to show you, and this is, I think it's called the Personal Tea Tumbler. It actually has a teal colored lid. This is a past special that we had, and it's glass, it's double walled, it's very durable, it's a strong glass. I've had this one a couple years, and it's got a little removable infusing basket, so you can make your tea in there, remove your tea leaves, and you can take this on the go, and I love it. So those are a couple of my favorite things. Oh, one more I didn't show you. This is another one of our infusers. It is in a lilac color this season, and you just take the silicone top off. It's food grade silicone. Put your tea in there, put the top back on, and then just pop this into your mug to steep your tea, and then you can take it off and put it on its little coaster. So this one is a favorite also. So there we go. That's a little bit about our teas. I've got my favorite here because I just wanted to quickly talk about that. The tea that I drink the absolute most of is the peppermint herbal tea. It is my number one favorite. I used to always say the raspberry Earl Grey was my favorite because I absolutely love that tea, but I don't drink it near as much as this. I drink caffeine-free teas a lot more often, and the peppermint is just so nice any time of day, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, even if you've got a headache or your tummy's feeling a little off. This is just such a great tea for so many things. So peppermint herbal tea is a must in my opinion. And then there's so many fun blends. This is just an example. Blackberry Moscow Mule, which is an oolong tea. I absolutely love oolongs. They're very smooth. They are caffeinated. They are delicious. And this is the blackberry and it's so good. So just a couple of the blends. But if you have any questions about any of the teas, oh, I did forget to mention the steeping sacks. Last thing I will mention, we do have boxes of disposable steeping sacks. If that is how you would prefer to steep your tea, I do use these a lot. And they just have a little pocket here. You just add your tea into there. They're biodegradable. So yeah, they're a great option if you're looking for a way to steep your tea. And there you have it. That's just a few of my favorite things. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I am always happy to chat blends. We have quite a few new ones for this season as well. We have a creme brulee oolong, which is probably one of my favorite new ones for a hot cup of tea. So I'm gonna go enjoy my Earl Grey. It is our number one tea. It is our top selling tea. My daughter drinks this every day. She's in grade 12. She has a cup of Earl Grey tea almost every day. It's her favorite. It is just so warm, comforting, and the flavors are beautiful. So cheers. Thanks for watching. And again, let me know if you have any questions.